I mean, let's be real. It wouldn't be me unless I actually had screwed something up. I am assuming that we are live, but I don't actually know. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Technically Speaking Live. This is Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is 10 a.m. on the Queensland, Australia coast. And awesome. I forgot to mute the actual YouTube. So I know it's live. I know it's working, which is a great thing. Got a huge show today. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. And I have really gone out of my way to do some special things. And we're going to talk about the special things as soon as I bring Stats on. Stats is not in studio today. He is quarantining because the man goes on more vacations than anybody I've ever known. Literally, I don't know if he actually does ever work or do anything at all. So we're going to do the new thing that I'm going to talk about here in a second. Bring Stats in. Chanel, don't do homework. Who wants to do homework? Nope. Scoop, Barry, welcome. Alex, Dad, hello. And let's go ahead and bring Stats in from his studio. So Stats, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Oh man, how are you? How was your vacation again?
It was good. Had to cut it a day short because of the inclement weather that flew through Tennessee, Kentucky, and Ohio over the last 72 hours. But it's always good to get away from one house and go, basically be in another house and still not doing anything out in the world.
Great.
But when that house has my parents and occasionally my niece, it's always a good time. So,
good.
Went down there, had a lot of food. Had probably 75% of a full-size king cake all to myself.
No way. Did you find the baby?
Oh, yeah. No, of course not. We had to give the baby to Smith.
Okay.
No, I put it in and then cut the cake strategically so Smith would get it.
Got it.
So,
okay.
And then yeah. So
good.
How was y'all's trip?
Yeah, we
all the way across the city.
We went across the city to a little cabin. It was crazy. It was fun. It was nice to get away. The dog did well. He's a fantastic dog. The kids did fine too. Got a little getaway. It was nice to not be in the house. I love the house. Don't get me wrong. But it was just nice to have a little bit of a change of scenery. Completely, we didn't run into anybody, obviously, because we had the house to ourselves. The cabin was nice. It was super nice to get away. But yeah,
good.
By the way, everyone's commenting on your typing.
That was your typing,
not my typing. Was it my
typing? Yes, it was to open the show. Yes, it was absolutely your typing because I was sitting here and I didn't know if we were live yet, so I didn't want to say anything, but that was absolutely you hammering away on your keyboard to open the show.
Yep, thy Lord was typing, so sorry about that, everybody. Yep, it was me. I thought it was Stats. I was going to blame you anyway.
Nope.
So there it was. I was definitely just hammering away on the 2016 worst butterfly keys that Mac ever had. Glad that you are glad you're back. We're supposed to get more snow. Snow sucks. Texas is shut down. So for the folks that might be in Texas, please be safe. Please be careful. If I know you and you need anything, reach out to me. I want to help as much as I can. So one thing I want to drop on the screen real quick. Hopefully this works. Blood owl. Look at that graphic. Ladies and gentlemen, the lines are open. We have, for the first time on Technically Speaking, an open phone line, 614-349-6355. That will ring to this Pixel. This is the 4A 5G. Sorry, it took me a minute. This is not the 6, you jerk. Don't get me in trouble. So if you want to dial into the show, you can 614-349-6355. Or If you are a fellow content creator and you just happen to have your stuff set up and you would like to jump into the live show with us, let me know. Hit me up in the old Twitter DMs or via text message, and I will send you a link to the show. Mike, it's the 7. Yeah. Larry, his sister's in OKC. They're running without power for 12 hours, still without running water for 36. He's denying the 6 for the legal reasons. It's true. Or am I? You don't even know.
Yeah,
you don't even. Here's the thing. None of you even know if it's the truth. You don't even know. She don't even know. You don't even know.
That's a throwback. But yeah, I've been watching.
Do I not? What about the 5A? Do I have it? Do you know? Do you know?
Well, after your last video, everyone assumes you're going back to the 2XL. So
it was a good video, though. 2XL is the best pixels ever made. Are you kidding? Best pixel ever made.
Good video.
Hands down. Best pixel ever made. Okay, let's see what we got on the docket for today. This was a request from a good friend of mine. He said that he needed back-to-back adult skates. This is one of them funky adult skates. What?
Yeah, this is right after the DJ came back from his
Ladies and gentlemen, I know, right? Ladies and gentlemen, grab on your skates. Grab that partner. Gonna get down and funky. Yeah. Oh. See, I love this stuff. So that was back to back. That was the first one, and I can't remember what the next one is. I'm gonna say this one. That's what we're gonna slow it down a little bit. We'll slow it down. We got that little funky groove on in the beginning. Now we're gonna back it down a little bit. All you cool cats and kittens, go out there. We're gonna skate backwards this time. Skate on backwards. Gonna skate backwards. I'm gonna do the things that the adults do. This show's PG, but probably 13 after today. So if Dobo were to come in, there we go. Yes, Tech King Mike did the call-in thing 6 months ago. I'm significantly behind. To be honest, I didn't think about it until now, Miss Sheila. So my apologies for not making it available earlier. I'll be honest, I'm not even going to be sure what's going to happen. I'm like, oh God, something's ringing. I don't know what to do. Let's go. This is going to be kind of a hot, spicy little take on this one. So the creator of OnePlus, Carl Pei, P-E-I, Pei.
Sure, let's go with that one.
Pei, created a brand called Nothing, who then went out and bought Andy Rubin's Essential. So he's crying, what? Trying to create a potential another phone brand, maybe. Although they did say that Nothing was going to create like user-friendly home technology and integrations on the product line. And he also said that you could go and invest and buy into the company. I think that's crap. Straight up. I think it's crap.
Why?
Because you are trying to do the Tesla thing with literally nothing. You could not tell me right now what he's going to offer that Siri, Alexa, Cortana, I can't believe I said that. Siri, Alexa, Cortana in the Google Assistant for smart home technology. What are you possibly going to create? The last thing that we actually need is yet again another home integration type. That's not what we need. Like, you can either be all in on Google.
It's not what you and I need.
No, you can. Some people are all in on Google. Some people are all in on Siri. Some people are all in on Alexa. I don't need another product line to come in and try to tell me how to integrate my smart home into their stuff. And also, the name really sucks. The name sucks.
Well, yeah, that was my first comment a couple of weeks ago when we saw the announcement. My second comment was, typical rich getting richer because he's already gone through several rounds of angel investing and the company's already valued at, a couple $100 million before us little people get a chance to invest. And then the third thing, I'm with you. I have, with the name, nothing. That just drives me insane from a consumer standpoint because it doesn't tell me what your company's doing. And therefore, I'm much more likely to make a meme disparaging your company than actually paying attention to it.
And a lot of people
but then, to your point, what exactly are they going to be able to produce that is not already served in the market? But speaking out of both sides of my mouth.
Oh, here we go.
What he could be trying to do is either find niches, or he could be trying to develop hardware and software that he can then turn around and sell to the bigger companies to make a profit. It could truly just be a development company that is never going to sell anything to the general public.
Well, hang on. Speculation's been rife over the first wave of products to come from former director. Recent confirmation says that the firm come from the firm that Nothing, the name of the company Nothing, will introduce an array of wireless earbuds with a wider focus on smart home technology integration as the Nothing product line expands. Again, all of that stuff exists today. If you are an AirPods or AirPods Max person and user from that perspective, if you are a Pixel Buds user, again, and plus, not to mention the fact that a lot of these wireless smartphone or wireless smart headphones exist outside of that are already integrating with, again, Alexa, Siri, and the Google Assistant. What are you going to give me that I don't already get? And I literally, essentially nothing. I know that Jason had hinted at that before. Is reports read today that Nothing bought Essential for the patents, which.
And
makes sense.
That's what I thought of when I read today's headline. Was they want the IP that Andy Rubin created within the Essential brand. But again, what is Nothing going to produce that I don't already have?
That's my problem. Is like I'm already kind of entrenched. I'm already entrenched a lot.
Kind of.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm entrenched a lot with I'm even on the Apple eco side, right? Like I have an iPad, an iPhone, and a MacBook. Look, I'm really into that as well, as much as I'm into all the Pixels. So what are you possibly going to give me that if it's a wired headset? No, I don't want that. You're not going to give me anything that I already don't have the ability to get. Not to mention, he's got a huge piece of the pie that he's trying to cut off. It's just not going to happen. Alex says he's trying to compete with the Apple ecosystem. That is not an ecosystem that I would want to go after. Apple's ecosystem is so you would have to really knock.
It's a closed ecosystem.
You'd have to knock the socks off of
closed
somebody
ecosystem
to figure it out. Like I don't know how you would come up with that. I really don't. I'm not buying what he's selling. Just my personal opinion. I'm not really having it. And from that instance, I don't understand at all exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So I truly don't understand.
Me neither.
Let me go to blah 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 blah. We're gonna come back to the Pixel 6 stuff. Oh God, I can't even get into that. Let me go to the comments really quick. Larry, yes, I can in fact do a mean roller skate waltz. My sisters are better than I am though, and they were the folks that were on the show.
At everything.
No,
Thanks,
no, not everything. They were on the show at Thanksgiving. They're great skaters. Alex says Anita's new S. Kelly, what's the phone number for? That's if you wanted to call into the show and say something. We would ask that you please, if you're going to call into the show, please keep it PG. This is a family show.
Or you could say essentially nothing. Because that's what we do for an hour every week.
That's literally what we do for an hour. Okay, let me go to hang on. Oh, that was very loud.
Oh my God.
Sorry, my bad.
Lord have mercy.
Nope. Oh, wait.
Are you trying to answer a phone call?
No. Nope. I do like this. I'm screwing this up. I'm trying to go to the Walt, right? God,
You could label your sounders.
Shut up. Why don't you get over here and executive produce once in your life?
I'm not allowed in the house. It's not my fault.
Quarantine, sir. Quarantine. Pixel 6. Pixel 6. I don't have the Pixel 6. Contrary to whatever the popular opinion is with everybody here in the chat, I do not have the Pixel 6. So I'll say one more time, no Pixel 6 here. But do I have the 5A? You don't even know. She don't even know. The Pixel 6. So there is a website out there that, for me, is notoriously, they just make stuff up. They literally just make stuff up all the time. I get why they do it, because it gets the clicks. I completely understand. Yep. It just annoys the daylights out of me when I read an article from that particular place that literally is just like, well, I mean, based on the history, it could be this. Well, duh. Everybody could figure that out. I literally listened and read. I literally read the story, and it was full of nothing but conjecture. That's it. It was just conjecture.
Yeah, rumors.
There were no
speculation.
Rumors. It was
leaks.
Nothing but just crap. It was, and like, it comes out in the fall. Jesus, boy, you really went on a limb on that one, didn't you? My God. It comes out in the fall. Yeah, there might be an XL. Oh, Jesus, where'd you get that, Sherlock? My God, of course it could have all of those things. It might cost between this and this. Oh, where'd you get that from? The fact that it costs between this and this on every other Pixel line in the past. You've literally you provided no insight. Oh, God, I'm agitated. Just so agitated by that. And I get it. That's what we do. It's conjecture. And here's the thing. I'm going to also talk out of both sides of my mouth. I'm going to make a Pixel 6 video when I don't even have it and be like, well, it could be this thing, blah, 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 blah. You know why? Because I'll do it for the clicks. So I'm just
absolutely.
I'm just as equally as craptastic as that.
Get that revenue.
Oh, God. It could be coming out this fall. Look, Google's got another phone coming out this fall. Here's what to expect from the Pixel 6. Then you provided nothing. You know,
I'm really glad I found this article.
Jason knows this. He knows, and he's like, I love highlighting for thank you. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit so it's not above the phone number. You love highlighting the stories from the same site. Everybody knows this site. And this probably got tens of thousands of clicks, if not more, of, wow, did you see this? But they provided nothing but complete and utter conjecture. Google's pretty predictable in rolling it out. Well, it moved it up from this year to that year, so we're expecting it in early October. You really went out on a limb here, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
You really went out on a limb here, bud. Good God in heaven. So let me go ahead and just give you my conjecture, because at that point, I'm just going to make stuff up like everybody does. I think the Pixel 6 will cost somewhere between $500 and $1,100. That's the first thing. It's probably going to be called the Pixel 6 because it comes after 5. It'll probably be somewhere between 4.8 inches and 7.1 inches, and there might be 2. Are you guys?
Sounds like a good night.
Wow. Well, that PG rating just went straight up. Straight up.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
We're talking about some differing sizes in the Pixel 6. Hey.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. With a little bit of your inside knowledge, but you
stop it. I have no inside knowledge.
No, well, just in general, people in the Google community.
Sure.
Do you ever foresee Google launching more than 2 models at any given time, a la what the iPhone did with their 47 different models of the iPhone 12 last year?
So let me repeat back what you're saying. Are you saying that are you asking me, are they going to have like a mini, a regular, and an XL? Is that what
Well,
you're
do you
asking?
think, say we get around to this fall and they drop a 5A, a 6,
No,
and a 6X all at the same time on the same IO?
they won't do that. That's stupid. That would be really stupid. Um, and
Okay.
the reason why I say that's stupid is because the 5A or the A series, right, would sell
Right.
exceptionally well. It'd be amazing. It'd be super good. And they always do that in the spring. Again, see what I just did there? Conjecture based on patterns. Should I write an article? I'm just wondering. The 5A or the A series will come out in the spring because the 3A did. The 4A was supposed to, but came out late because pandemic. But the A line will go back to the spring as they should. And then in the fall, you'll have whatever the new flagship is. And it's just a common thing that Google does is like, you'll get a very good glimpse at what the 6 will look like based on what the 5A would be. Like there's going to be things that you see in the 5A that will be reflective in the 6 and the 6XL. I think what you saw with the 4A 5G, and like I think that was more anomaly than anything else. Like I don't believe that was by
Yeah,
intent.
I feel I was, I'll be honest, when I was originally looking at the differences between the 4A and the 4A 5G, I initially thought it was just going to be a 5G gimmick, but then they actually changed the form factor and gave you a slightly larger phone, slightly larger battery, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little surprised at when they did that way. So I'm curious to see if once 5G becomes the norm, or like you said, will the 4A 5G just be a true one-off so they could sell a product that says 5G because a couple of other phone providers were doing that, and then 5G becomes the norm or the expected, and then everything else will just continue the regular naming conventions?
Yeah, I think I think last year threw a lot of people. I think it really threw Google for a loop on what they were trying to do. It just is my personal opinion. It's based on, again, absolutely nothing. Because if we're gonna allow one website to make up completely everything, I'm also going to make up completely everything. I don't
Well, yes,
believe
of course.
I don't believe you'll see it again. Like Juan had just said. Um, I hope we get a 5A, 5A XL, and then a 6 and a 6XL. That to me, that is the sweet spot. Like that's where it should be. They've sold very well. The 5A and the 5A XL should be newer, show what some of the things you're going to see in the 6. Like, look, if you go back and you look, I made a video about this. If you go back and look exactly what the 3A did, and then the 4 showed up, and then the 4A showed up, and then the 5, there's patterns of what the phones are going to look like. And so you might
Mhm.
see something show up on the Pixel 5A or the 5A XL, and that new thing is probably going to show up in the 6, like a teardrop, or maybe hang on a minute. I have an anonymous thingy. Hang on. Answer. Hopefully this works. No, didn't work. Didn't work. I was trying to answer anonymous person. It was working. Oh God. If you just try to call me again. Dang it.
I thought you were answering it on the soundboard.
I was trying to answer it, and I was too deep in the conversation, and then I stood up. I stopped it. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. So if you called me, just call me right back. Sorry about that. Okay. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Whatever I just said.
So Jason, coming in with all of the good comments tonight, asks, will the 6 be the top of the line flagship that all of our Android techie fanboys want? And I think if Google wants it to be, it will be. How's that for rumor and speculation?
Good
A
God,
lot
what a
of they
terrible
they
take.
got Shut up. They got pretty beat up by the media for the Pixel 5, saying, well, it has an old processor, it has an old camera, yada yada, whatever. It's not as good as the new iPhone and whatever. So I could see, especially if they are going to launch a 5A and or a 5A XL this spring, if they wanted to, they could jump right back up into that flagship arena, knowing that they have the A lines to support the bottom line, and then they could blow it out of the water with $1,000 Pixel 6 and, grab the latest and greatest of all the hardware and then continue doing the software game that they do so well.
Okay. So sorry, I was trying to figure out if I answered the call. Now, there's a voicemail, but now I'm a little apprehensive to answer the voicemail on.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that. So I'll leave it there for now. I was going to get a 4A. So let me go to the question from Jason. Will it be all right? Hang on. Answer.
Call from
Alex Jackson.
Oh, it's Alex.
To accept, press 1. To send,
1. Alex.
Oh, hi.
Hey, buddy.
Yes. How's it going?
All right, man. How are you?
Just called to see.
Welcome to the
Good, yeah.
show. Did you just call back?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, man. What's up, brother? How are you doing? All right. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Are you ready?
This online thing.
What's that?
What did you say? What did you say before that? Sorry, I didn't hear.
I can't hear you.
You said something about you ready.
Yeah, you ready? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. You ready? Do you think the
yeah.
Pixel 6 will be the top spec flagship that the techies all dream of? I know you're the Apple guy, but I'm putting you on the spot for Pixel.
Well, seeing what they did with the 5 and the Pixel 4a, it could be, but I think they might try to stick with the mid tier because that seems to work out better than when they tried the flagships.
Okay. How much would you pay for a
But
Pixel?
Again, Google, they get money from their phone, so they could just do whatever they want to.
How much would you pay for a Pixel? What's your top dollar?
I would probably, I guess, something like if it was I guess the price similar to what an iPhone Pro might cost or something like that. Similar around to that.
Okay. I respect that.
If it has to have those pro features though.
Okay.
Like pro video, pro photo, and all those stuff.
Hey, man. I think they got pro video out there now, though.
But I mean, iPhone level.
Oh, come on. Come on, man. You watch my videos. Come on. All right, dude. I appreciate you calling in. I got to give you a hard time. You're good, man. You're good. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Bye. See, just like that, you can get on the show. That's how easy it is. Alex, thanks so much, man. It's always good to have you on. I know you do a lot of the tech fights. We love having you around, man. You're good. You're good people. All right, let me go back to it. Jason, top spec flagship. They tried to do this with the 2XL. I made it in my video. The 2XL, when it first came out, was $250 more than what the Pixel 5 is currently priced at. That's at $699. It was $949 for a 128 Pixel 2 XL. I don't know if Google should be playing in that price space. And here's the reason why I say that. They can make just dynamite phones at the Pixel 5 price point that on performance perspective, surely on the performance, can hang with the big boys over the $1,000. And you want to know why I know that? It's simply because the fact that they don't have to spend that money on the hardware. They've got the software that good. They don't, and they can save you money by staying in that price point. I don't care about the performance. That's why Samsung to me always lags behind, because they have the best hardware in a lot of instances, but their software, like the HDR, Stop it, Samsung. You can do so much better than that. So I would say it will not be top spec flagship because it doesn't have to be. And I don't think that it should be. Just because it has the best in the top of the line specs doesn't mean anything if the experience sucks. I think they can get a great, like I have a great experience with my Pixel 5. I love my Pixel 5 very, very much. And there's a lot of people out there that talk about how good the experience is with the Pixel 5, and it does not have top of the line flagship specs. It just doesn't. But the entire experience is better. By the way, Apple also doesn't have, in a lot of instances, top of the line specs because like they don't have the 12 gigs of RAM like OnePlus does. But the experience that Apple gives is so good and so much better. And that's why I don't think we have to have a spec'd out. I want a better experience. Juan says,
and I think a lot of Google's customers, as shown, I mean, none of the phones have been true failures. They're never going to sell as many phones as Apple does. They're never going to sell as many phones as Samsung does. But they are making the experience that certain of their users, like me, want at a price point that we are willing to pay. If the Pixel 6 comes out next year and it's $1,000, I'm not buying it. If the 5A or the 5XL comes out and it's around that $500-$600 price point, I'll think about it. Mostly because, I mean, my 4A is great, but who doesn't want a new phone right when it comes out? So, I really enjoy Google giving us the most phone that they think they can at the cheapest price point, or at least a medium price point, as opposed to all of the other manufacturers keep racing to see how expensive of a phone they can try to sell us on any given year.
This comment right here is a big deal. This is this whole comment that you see on the screen from Juan is a really big freaking deal. And here's the reason why. You do not have to have the latest and greatest and strongest Snapdragon if you bring back the neural core, the visual core that helps processing with the photos. So that's where the Pixel 2 got it really, really great. They had the visual core that helped offload and co-process some of the things off of the chipset. That made the phone feel faster because it was basically 2 chips on the motherboard to help you figure out how to process those images. So from a user experience perspective, it felt faster, but it was on things like the Snapdragon. I'm happy to use something like a Snapdragon 870 versus the 888, which is like the best and the brightest and the newest, by giving back the visual core. I do think they messed that up with the Pixel 5. I get why they did it, I think, but I do feel like they need to bring that back in the Pixel 6 if they want to go up into that price point. And I think it's going to help a ton when you're doing things like the video and the photo processing. That is a big deal, what Juan just said. That's what I just think.
I agree.
If the poets, is anything really a phone if it's not the Z Fold 2? I thought the Z Fold 2 was a great phone. I really did believe that it was a great phone. I actually enjoy the candy bar phones. Like I do. Like I don't know. I don't know. God, I don't know.
We'll see.
Optimization. That's right. iOS is more optimized than Android. I don't know about that. It depends on what you mean by optimized. What do we mean?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I would be interested to hear what their definition of that is.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I have a pretty good optimized experience right now with my Pixel. I would want to know what you mean by optimized. And the poet says he can't stand the Apple experience. The Apple experience.
So speaking of optimization or trying to optimize the device that you have in front of you, we do have a couple of things in the show notes. One, Google's two-factor authentication system within the phone, within the system, is now going to have a dark mode. And I think the quote that stood out for me the most from, dark mode, all the things, number one.
Dark mode, all the things.
From the article from the article that somebody said, when you're laying at bed at 2 a.m. scrolling through Amazon waiting to purchase something, you don't want to have to two-factor authentication to get your credit card information and have that blinding white screen wake you up and bring you back to normalcy, so you don't buy stuff from Amazon at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I thought that was interesting, and yeah, dark mode, all the things. Let's get real. It's 2021. I don't need a blinding white screen anywhere, anytime, on any device.
Agreed.
So
now, Dean, I saw you tweet me, Dean, and say that I don't love you anymore. And sir, that is a lie. That is a lie, and you know that. I will not have the blasphemy hit this. That is a lie, and you know it. Alex says optimize for the hardware like the chip. I don't think it is more because they make it. I see what you're saying. If you're going to buy optimized, meaning they made the hardware, they made the silicone, they made everything, then yes, it is all weaved together. But I would argue that Pixel and Samsung and OnePlus, they all do optimize specific to their hardware with their software. So I would say that that's more personal preference based on the optimization. Like, I can hear Patrick Tomaso in the back of my head saying, do you see how long it takes to process an image on the Pixel? And I would say I didn't even notice that, or that didn't bother me until you literally said something. Like, that felt optimized to me based on the experience that I'm accustomed to.
Well, and I would go to Alex and say, if a company is going to take the step of creating their own chipset, then having their hardware and their software optimized for that chipset because they're doing it in-house, that becomes your new baseline. You have no excuses for your system not to run absolutely flawlessly if you are controlling all three aspects of that phone. Mm-hmm. So yes, iOS better damn well be optimized to run on their phones because they built the damn chip. So,
let me go to the show notes. Blah, 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 blah. So let's recap
I have something about non-optimization, if we want to go down
Let's go to the show notes. That nothing from Carl is essentially nothing. We talked about that. We talked about the Pixel 6 where we can just make stuff up.
Yep.
Let's see. Juan says background image processing isn't that much faster on these more powerful Androids. Well, I don't think I understand what you mean. Oh, I got it. I'm an idiot. It just took me a minute to get you. Yes, Juan, you're right. Good God. I was like, what are the words on? I don't understand words. What? Now, you want to talk about something that really is nice as a user? What Google's trying to do with the Pixels may gain face-based auto rotate. Let me tell you, when I am laying in bed, nothing will annoy me more. Like when I'm laying down and I put my big head on the page and I rotate the phone just a little. Yep, that too. When I'm on the pillow, I meant to say I was looking at the word page. So shut up. I put my big fat head right on my page pillow, and the screen rotates. And then you get that stupid wiggly 2 a.m. dance where you're like to try to get the screen to go rotate back. And it just never works. And it never works. And then you get really pissed off at yourself. And you're like, fine, I'll just triple drag the settings down and then I'll hit the button. And then you forget that you've turned off rotate. And you're trying to like show a YouTube video the next day. And you're just like, that's a kind of effectively what goes on.
Oh, yes. I have those problems every day of my life. But yeah, again, I understand what they're trying to do here. It is a little creepy that they're going to use the native camera without the camera being on to look at your face and then rotate the screen appropriately. But reading the article, it said that none of the facial image facial recognition images are going to be transmitted off your phone. Yeah, transmitted. Let's have fun with that one.
Transtabulation to the messenger.
None of the images are going to be sent off your phone. It's all going to be handled internally. So as long as they hold up that end of the bargain, because we all know facial recognition technology is the devil and it should never happen outside of being able to unlock your actual phone. You know, it's an interesting thing, but to your point, I don't know exactly what they're trying to solve or for how much of the phone using population this is a big problem.
I bet you it's more than you give credit for. Like Juan is saying, thanks to dual display phones and split screen apps, I've given up the auto rotate. This would be a daily thing for me. Daily. Hands down. And I'll bet you I'm probably closer to the majority. Because like when you lay on the couch, you lay on the bed, whatever, and you rotate it, like that would annoy the daylights out of me. But I'm also a crazy person.
So
that
do you?
I don't rotate my phone even when I'm standing. Like I won't watch.
I know we both.
I won't watch a YouTube video like this. I watch a YouTube video like this because I'm a heathen.
Hang on, let me.
That's
I can't see you. Do that again.
Wait.
So you watch it vertically?
I watch it vertically like this.
Yeah.
Like
so do I.
I'm a heathen. That's what I do.
So I guess what I would ask you: do you have auto rotate turned on for all apps, or do you leave it off and then modify it?
No, I have it on all the time.
Yeah, except for your home screen, probably, because that's the default.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's what I do. And the only time I watch a YouTube video horizontally is when I'm not actually holding my phone and I use the little kickstand and put it like that. And then it's, like off the desk over here. But yeah, 99% of the time, my phone is in vertical mode and it stays there and it never changes.
Yeah, fact. Juan said it shouldn't be any scarier than screen aware settings that can see you paying attention to the screen while to delay the timeout. Yeah, like if you have that on where you glance at the phone on the desk and it lights up to be like, hey, it's this time. It's going to use the same very similar technology. The Huawei Mate 30 in 2019 called it Smart Rotate. Feature would toggle rotation based on the gyroscope, not based on the gyroscope, but the orientation of the user's eyes. No idea how Google's going to do it, but it said to use intelligent software for its version, which I think is cool. Maybe a pixel drop. That would be amazing. Where's my mouse? Okay, we got there. You want to go on a bit of a tangent. I'm gonna give you a tangent here. You ready? LastPass. You're mad. Okay. You're very angry with LastPass. Here you go, Stabs. Tell me why you're angry. Yes. Tell me why you're angry while I open up some Girl Scout cookies, which we're also going to talk about that in a second too.
Yes, we should. So I have been a avid user and a proselytizer for LastPass for a number of years now. Ever since Greg. It's someone who, advocates for something. It's an old religious term. Anyway,
you just say an advocate for, or a fan of?
That wasn't the first word I thought of.
The other word is
anyway,
the word you thought of?
Yes, it was.
Jesus.
That's why I said it. My parents knew what the word meant, so stuff it. Anyway, I have been using LastPass for a number of years since Greg convinced me that writing down all my passwords on a hard copy and leaving it in my desk was a terrible idea.
Sweet Jesus, man. What is wrong with you?
This was a decade ago. Calm down. Anyway, so in the intervening years, LastPass has been great. Even their free version. You've had almost all the utilities of their paid version. You can use it on your laptop. You can use it on a desktop. You can use it on a phone, on a tablet. And I did. I used it on all of those. I installed their proprietary app and everything works seamlessly. Well, they just made an announcement late last week that come the middle of March, so about a month from now, they will be restricting the free version of their application to only one platform. So if you log in on March 17th to LastPass on your laptop, on the free version, you are forever and ever more restricted to only using LastPass on your laptop. Now, that's not going to work for me. And neither is paying $3 a month for something that I used to get for free. So
come on, man. $3?
Hey, there's other, yes, absolutely. There's other free apps out there. I know, but there's other free apps out there that do the exact same thing, that are still free. Or I'm even considering going back to Google's password tracker and logger and things like that. I got away from that when I started using LastPass, kind of spread out all the information, kind of like you never have all your money in one bank or all your eggs in one basket or all of your Girl Scout cookies in one room. But, with them really trying to sting people to upgrade to their paid version, and since it's an entirely cloud-based service, I can't see why they're trying to restrict people to one, type of device over the other. Yeah, it just pisses me off. So they're going to lose whatever free business and or data aggregation that they were getting from me. So
I hear you. You know that I hear you. But if it's something that I would argue, this is my argument. I'm going to try to counter your argument and tell you why you should pay $3 right now for LastPass. Are you ready?
Okay. Yep.
Here we go. There's also folks, by the way, that agree with you. Michael, I know that you're saying all the subscriptions are stupid. I highly I agree with that. The subscription model is really, really tough on everything that we have. Firmly satisfied with Adult Skate. Yes. My man. Okay. Here's the way it is. For $3, I will remember you. For $3 a month, you can have all of your passwords across every platform that you possibly need. Will you remember me? For those $3, you can have it on Mac, iOS, Android, Windows, Chrome, and everything that you possibly need to have all your passwords in one spot. Don't let your life pass you by. Real talk, man. For literally the cost of something that you get at the coffee shop that we go to, it gives you so much functionality, and you don't have to think about moving your passwords and everything. And I know you and how much you either want to be lazy or not. So for $3 a month, the idea that you can have one password where all of your stuff comes into, and that same $3 is going to give you the development that you need for everything that you possibly could have, because it's not just a password vault. It can do so much more than just the password vault. So for $3, just the sheer convenience of you not having to do that, until you get enough time to where you're angry, that where you're like, this is stupid, I don't want to do this anymore. I highly recommend going with LastPass. I'm not saying it because I think they're more secure than everybody else. Everybody's like, if you're in the cloud, you're going to get hacked. That's just the way that it is. But the sheer fact that it is way more convenient to have the ability to cross-platform or delete it across everything you have except for your phone. 98% of the time, you're going to have your phone on you. I have LastPass on my Chrome right now. I routinely forget to log in, and I always have my phone and pull up the password on my phone. So I would say get rid of it across all your other platforms except for your phone. $3 is also worth it.
And that's what I may try for the first month or so. I just have to remember on that specific day to log in on my phone, because if I accidentally log in on my computer, it's going to lock me into my computer for their platform.
I would just delete it off your computer now while you're thinking of it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mean like during the show, but that's what I think.
Minute. Let me bang on the keyboard real quick.
Okay. Last, I'm willing to pay. Here we go. Jason says, I'm willing to see what tech company pays Scott to do a singing promo. Look, real talk right now. If somebody wants to pay for me to sing a promo for them, I will. Straight up.
What was that? What was that one application or program or company or something that all the celebrities were doing a year or two ago, where you could could pay them and they would create your voicemail message or something?
Yeah, I would do that. You've reached Alex Jackson. Yeah. You've reached Jason C. I'm just saying.
I mean, set it up.
Hey,
another income stream.
Michael Seacrest, he says, do you prefer the 4A 5G or the 5? I prefer the 5. I actually have gotten used to the form factor of the 5. What I miss the most is the squeeze feature. I use the crap out of the squeeze feature in the Pixel 4. Pixel 4A. 4A 5G. No, Pixel 4 XL. Sweet Jesus.
I mean, the 4A still has the squeeze feature.
Does it? Do you have the squeeze feature?
I believe so.
I don't think so. No way. Squeeze it. Pause.
Well, maybe not. That's weird.
I didn't think so. The 4XL.
I would have sworn it did.
I didn't think it did. Michael says, I'll pay you $1 to sing the Friends theme song. I mean, okay. Let me pull up the...
Have him give you the money first, and then you can do it after the show.
I'll just sing the song now.
Yeah, but then you're giving it to him for free.
Yeah, but that's the fun stuff. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've never been before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. You probably wanted that part, I'm guessing. Hey, whatever. Most people don't even know the second verse of that. So, do you prefer the fingerprint or the Face ID from the... It's fingerprint. I'm going to stop right there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I forgot how much I actually do enjoy the face unlock because I got the 4XL back from Scotty Boombox in his traitorous ways. Traitor. I went and I got it back from him.
He had a good reason for going back to his iPhone.
He did. Somebody bought it for him, which I totally get. But I got it back from him. And I forgot. I mean, it still works so well with the face unlock, but I really, really love like the actual ability to put my finger on the back and it's like, it's done. It's done. Now I could have made $5 if I would have just shut my mouth. Damn it. Dang, Juan. Dang it. Jeez. I miss
we'll take bids. We'll take bids before the start of next week's show. See how high we can go for us just not to come on the air.
You really did give me $1. Hey, you're a man. You're a man of your word. That's great. I love it. $1 to sing it. Yes, nailed it.
Hey, you can go get a coffee after noon at Tim's for $1.
Heck yeah, I can. I'll do that too. By the way, Zuckerberg is full of crap. He violates his own code of conduct.
Oh my Lord!
Why are we surprised by any
all
of this?
The way? All the way up to his eyebrows.
All the way up. All the way up. He violated his own code of conduct with Project Veritas. Project Veritas was a what is Project Veritas? It's a leaked Facebook conference, something or other, violating his own. Yeah. Oh, he talked about. We can't get into what. If you go out and talk about why Zuckerberg sucks, Project Veritas, they're talking about long-term effects of modifying DNA and RNA in reference to a thing going on during the pandemic. You can figure out what we're talking about.
Yeah. So Project Veritas is an outside kind of fact-checking, corporate accountability kind of project. And what Zuckerberg did is after or just before the 2020 election, after the absolute dumpster fire that was the 2016 election and all of the misinformation and everything else that was housed on Facebook, He came out and said, new corporate code of conduct. We're no longer going to comment one way or another on big, social issues or things that, are better explained by scientists and things like that. Except on an internal conference call, he said he doesn't trust the vaccine because he doesn't know what it's going to do to his DNA, which shows a absolute complete lack of respect for his own code of conduct, not surprising. B, lack of understanding of how vaccines actually work. And C, just putting more bad information out there in the universe in a year where we don't need that. So, come on, Zuck, be better.
Be better? Who are we talking about?
Be less crappy. How about that?
I'm over here just housing some Girl Scout cookies.
Which flavor?
Thin Mint. They're always Thin Mint. That's the best kind. There's no question.
Yeah,
this is the best kind. My question to you, sir, you mentioned that you're giving up something for Lent.
Yes.
Do tell.
I am giving up added sugar or adding sugar to any dishes. Not that I added a sugar to a lot of dishes, basically just my oatmeal in the morning. But the other thing I'm giving up are food groups such as delicious, delicious Girl Scout cookies, where sugar is the first or main ingredient in said foodstuff. So yes, I got my Girl Scout cookies. Well, to an extent, yes. So here's how I'm doing it. The bag of brown sugar I had in the pantry to put in my oatmeal every morning has gone down into the basement freezer. All the Girl Scout cookies I got from your wonderful daughter on Monday, after I ate approximately 25% of them, have gone into the freezer in the basement. I will not be eating ice cream or cookies or cupcakes or milkshakes or DQ Blizzards or pies or anything else like that.
Okay.
I still will be eating fruit. I still will be, having things like that.
What about artificial sweetener?
I would prefer not to have it. What are you referring to?
Like Sweet and Low, Equal, Stevia.
Yeah, I don't use those anyway, so I don't even have any of those in my house. So yeah, that's the goal for the next 40 days, and we'll see how crazy I am when I come out on the other side, because I did dry January. I put on 2 pounds, so that's
did you really?
A bunch of BS right there. Oh yeah.
That sucks.
Between when I was home at my parents' house for Christmas and when I was there a couple of days ago, I put on 2 pounds. After not drinking a single thing for all of January. It's awful.
That seems unfair. Well, just so you know,
it really is.
I've put on weight, but I'm rowing, so I'm getting. I can definitely tell that I'm getting better from a health perspective. So I'm going to continue to do that, as I've almost eaten an entire sleeve of Thin Mints.
Well, but
YOLO. I don't even care. Stats, where can they find you?
I am at Helix Heinlein on the tweet machine and at Country Smith on the Instagram. Once again, giving Mark Zuckerberg my data and information.
All right, you can find me at Scott Peachy on Twitter, at the Scott Peachy on Instagram. I probably should Instagram more, but hey, you never know. So some are probably wondering why haven't I put out any content in the last week or so. Quite honestly, in my personal life, it has been extremely busy. And I'm trying to give myself a little bit of grace in terms of the overwhelming moving parts that are going on in my personal life. All good. So not a bad thing. So that's always good. But there's just a lot of different things going on. The previous 2 weeks and then the next week or so is going to be a real touch and go. I'm going to try to make content this weekend. I can't promise, but appreciate you all coming in, hanging out with us on the live shows, of course. And I will be back.
Hey, if we get buried under another couple of inches of snow this week and over the weekend, there's not going to be anything else to do.
Fact. So yeah, it's coming. Just got to give me a little time. there's a lot of moving things going on in my particular personal life, so it's good stuff. All right, y'all, be good at it. Let's see, which song should I to play us out? No, not that one. Nope. Let's do this one again.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, y'all, be good. Stats. Catch you on the flip
Stay
side.
safe. Wear a mask.